Hey guys, Muncheez here, and today we're going to talk about how to save for a class that is coming out. So, with this last class that came out with Reaper, I really wanted to play Reaper, so I saved a lot for it, and it also came with the Hyper Express, so it made it really easy, and it made me realize you can do these things that I'm about to tell you guys without even having the Hyper Express, and it'll help you out a lot. So, basically, all these login rewards that you get, everything from like things like the Arc Pass and things of that nature where it's bound to your roster and it's just honing materials. Just save them in your roster, just treat them like, I don't know, an investment into something that you want to play later on in the future. So I know after Summoner comes out, I'm going to immediately start saving for Aeromancer after Summoner comes out and I get my Summoner to where I need. So all these things like the Challenge Abyssals, the Challenge Guardians, all these things give rewards that are roster bound. So if you go and you look in my roster, your roster will eventually look something like this. If you save these things that I'm recommending to save, you'll have all these materials and you can use these for whatever character you want, obviously. But if you're waiting for a new class that is being released, it is very handy to have all this stuff in your inventory. Now, the one thing that I realized while I was doing this, so this was the first time that I actually did this, what I actually got choked out by were the Great Honor Leapstones. So what I've started doing is my daily income of Unbound Greater Honors from the Guardian raids, I take half of them, I sell the other half, and I just keep repeating this process. And basically it'll give you enough to work with to, push your character a little further, because this is what choked me. Because I actually didn't have an issue with honor shards. It might be different for other players depending on how long you've been playing or what your roster situation is looking like. So one thing that's missing from my roster inventory right now are the accessory boxes. So what you want to do is clear at the highest level character that you have. So 1460 I think right now is the cap for the relic accessory boxes. So you want to clear them on a 1460 plus character. You make the character that you are waiting for, and you get it to 1460. And once it reaches 1460, you can open these boxes at 1460 and you can get an accessory that is worth probably quite a bit of money if you get a class engraving. So for example, say that I had found, a Hunger 3 and Ambush Master 5 spec earring or something like that. You would be able to sell it for quite a decent chunk of gold. Another thing that I had saved up were the fusion materials. So what you want to do is you want to craft some fusion materials, probably maybe just say like a stack, so like 1,000 of them. Just have 1,000 of them just sitting in your bank. Just have them in there, and you can make the unbound ones. It's pretty handy because like if you still have other characters to hone, then you can use the unbound ones, and it kind of kills two birds with one stone. And you can also sell the ones that you don't use for a pretty decent profit. The next thing I'm going to talk about are the ability stones. So if you find a stone that has 2 engravings that the class that you're waiting for is going to use, I personally would keep it, because every time you find a stone and then you sell it, you effectively just took 1 stone away from that character that you're going to make. And the prices, regardless of the gold or whatnot, they're going to go up when that class comes out. So instead of paying the gold plus the Phaons, you're just paying the Phaons to mail them to yourself. And we all know how stones actually are. You can either be really lucky and, just cut like a few stones and you have a rock that'll last you quite a decent amount of time. Or you could spend, like 200 Phaons and still not even get a 7/7 stone. So this basically just kind of mitigates the damage a little bit if you are inclined to have to buy, one of those really expensive stones when your class comes out. And lastly, you want to save gold and silver. As far as how much to save, that all depends on where you want to get your character to. And with that, you can check out the max roll calculator and it'll kind of give you a rough estimate of what you're going to need to get your character to that level. But that is all for this video. If you made it this far, thank you guys for watching. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask me in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.